So I'm going to show you how to make the design on the material of the bag before we start making our bag. So there's this kind of diamond shape on the material cross each other. So that's what I want to teach you how we did. So I'm going to start teaching with this. I'm supposed to use it for everything, but I could not find my long ruler, and this short ruler is not really convenient. So the best thing, I'll use an A4 paper to demonstrate what you should do. You are not going to do your own on the pattern. You are going to do it directly on the fabric. Why I'm doing this on the pattern is because I want it to be clear and for you to understand it. If you take note of what I did now, I started it from the center across, like trying to make a multiplication. That's what I did. So when you mark it across like this on your fabric, that is after sewing around the foam, when you mark it across the pattern like this, the next thing you do is to start taking some measurements. From that line that you draw, you measure 2 inches. You can choose to use 1 inch, but this particular work is very stressful, so I will advise you use 2 inches to make your job less stressful as a beginner. So me, as a person, I want to use 2 inches. So you take 2 inches. I mean inches, not centimeter. 2 inches. So this is the 2 inches on both sides. The next thing is to connect those two lines together. It will now be more easier if I'm using a smaller paper. My camera will be able to cover everything. So I'm going to continue this video on a smaller paper. So you already understand what I'm trying to explain here. But if you do not understand, don't worry, you understand when I use a smaller paper. So let me just go straight to that. So this is simply what I want to explain to you. I have ruled across it, though I have not crossed it the second time, so you understand better when I'll be using A4 paper. You could actually practice this using a paper, a plain sheet, before you do it straight to your material, so that you know what exactly you are doing. You'll be sure of what you are doing. So you take it from the middle, draw it across the line. So after drawing it across the line, my ruler is not long enough. Please use a very long ruler to do yours, so that you have a straight line and you have a neat design. So after drawing across the middle, you first of all take it from one side. You start taking your 2 inches from one side. Though I use centimeter because I'm using this A4 paper, but when I'll be using my material, I'll be using inches. So please remember to use 2 inches, or if you want it to be smaller, you can use 1 inch. But as a beginner, please use 2 inches so that you don't get fed up and just abandon the work. So I'll use 2 inches. I decided to mark everything down this time around because I already explained to you. So I'll mark 2 inches to the end of the paper here. I'll also do the same thing at the length of the A4 paper. Just keep taking your measurements. Just keep taking your measurements all around. You can continue to the other side, finish taking your measurements so that you don't start afresh again. So the next thing you are going to do is to connect the next 2 inches down to the next 2 inches upward to draw your slant. Give it a slant. Yes, you go to the next one, you slant it. Don't ever start from the down part, because that down part will make the middle shapeless and it's going to give it a kind of funny shape that you will not like. So you always start from the middle, you finish one side, then you move to the other side and do the same thing. to the other side. You take your measurement and connect the lines like so. So you have some leftover that you can't connect, just ignore. Go to the other side and take your measurement and also start connecting. So I've taken my measurements now. I'll just connect all through first. So the next thing now is to start rolling across it. First of all, draw your first line to cut across the pattern. After rolling that, I'm trying to get a correct line. So after getting the first line, you now start taking the next one. You don't need to measure this time around. You don't need to measure this time around. All you need to do is to just be connecting the lines that were there before. So you just take that line and take the next one from the other side and connect. That's the next one. You already have the line there, so you connect to the other one. That is how you keep crossing. You do this side that we are doing. When you are done with it, then you do the other side, and you see the design we're going to get at the end of the day. We're just going to get the design. Try and zoom the picture of the bag. You understand what I'm talking about. And when you are sewing, you sew across all the lines that we have drawn. That is, after drawing your own lines on the fabric, you just sew across all the lines. So that's what you're going to do all through. So if you take a look at it now, you see that the thing I'm just taking my time to show you this one. So I might not show you how I do the other side, but I'm going to show you the end result. Because what I did here is what you're simply going to repeat on the other side. Very easy. Perfect. You have this kind of diamond shape on the bag. I want you to go and zoom the picture of the bag. You understand what I'm talking about. So all these lines that walk across the bag is what we are going to sew all as we roll it. So that is how we will sew it on the bag. Please, when you are drawing your lines, make sure you use chalk so that it can clean. Because if you use pen or marker, it might be permanent. So you should use chalk so that it can still clean up. So I'll do the other side as well and show you the end results. So always start from the middle, as I have told you. It's just connecting the next measurements from the up to the down like that till you get to the last one that you can connect. Then you have your perfect design. It's as easy as that. If you don't want to have rough work, practice it with A4 paper or any plain sheet, maybe jotter. Practice it very well. Once you get how to make it very well, then you start doing yours on the material.